Link, do you know the legend of the Hero of Time? Do I? Well, he doesn't. I do. Once, long ago, he defeated Ganon and brought peace to the Kingdom of Hyrule. A piece of the Triforce was given to the Hero of Time, and he kept it safe, much as Zelda kept hers. That sacred piece is known as the Triforce of Courage. That's part... They definitely, I think, played around a bit with how the events of Ocarina of Time exactly played out. When the Hero of Time was called to embark on another journey and left the land of Hyrule, he was separated from the elements that made him a hero. It is said that at that time, the Triforce of Courage was split into 8 shards and hidden throughout the land. It seems you already have some knowledge of these shards. I have one, actually, yeah. Having a chart that showed all of their locations would make tracking them down much easier. I don't suppose you have heard of one like that. I literally have one. Hey, everybody. It's your boy. Last time, we broke into the Forsaken Fortress, saved our sister, saved the 2 other lost girls, killed King Hemrock, almost got killed by Ganondorf. Tetra was there. She almost died. He was like, "You're Zelda." She was like, "What?" And then the King of Alliance became a guy. He became a whole person. It was like, "Hey, you're Zelda." She was like, "What?" And then she turned white. She became a white person. Unfortunate, but it happened. So, but that's a bold choice Nintendo made. So, and now we're on a very open-ended adventure to go find the Earth and Wind temples from Hyrule long ago, and go speak to the sages and see why the heck they stopped freaking praying to the Master Sword. Although I can make an assumption, it's been thousands and thousands of years. They're probably dead. But I guess we'll have to see. Anyways, anywho, that's what we're going to be doing. Well, actually, that's not what we're going to be doing right now. We have some pretty large side quests that we can take care of right now. And there's no better time to do it than when the world's about to be ending and our friend's being hunted, right? Now would be the best time, after all this momentum has built up, now would be the absolute best time to go skadoodling around the ocean, doing remedial tasks for people. Yeah, it's interesting that he noted that, like, the Hero of Time had to leave Hyrule to go on an adventure. So that makes me wonder, because this timeline is the adult timeline, not... It's the adult timeline, not the kid... It's not the child timeline, Link. This world takes place in the adult timeline, which makes me think that probably they were a little wishy-washy with the details, because they were probably thinking, hey, kids who have never... A lot of the kids who are going to play this game have not played Ocarina of Time, probably. However, what I do think is worth noting is that what that could mean, but that could still translate, though, well enough. All it would mean is that the journey that that adult Link had to go on was going back in time. He was sent back to the past. And then obviously, as we see in Majora's Mask, all of the power and powers and things that Link had gained as an adult in order to defeat Ganon, when he saved all of the sages, and he got the Master Sword, and all of this power that Link gained throughout the events of Ocarina of Time diminished when he was returned back to his original timeline and turned into a kid again, because we start Majora's Mask and he is completely powerless. He only has 3 hearts again. He barely has any. He doesn't have any items on him anymore. He's more fit. He's more capable, but he doesn't have any of the power that he had when he was journeying in the land of Hyrule, because he was sent back to the past before he gained any of that power. So it would still track that the Triforce of courage that he was given, or that he was able to draw power from as being chosen by the gods, was lost to him. Although it's interesting in this game that they treat the Triforce more as a physical object, which the 2D games also treated us more so like that, which is interesting. Obviously, it's been depicted as a giant floating space triangle, but I don't know. It always seems more of like a magical, like it has a magical existence, not a physical one. But who's to say? Okay, now the 2 things that we could have done before heading off to Forsaken Fortress. There is the exchange quest where we trade with the Goron merchants. We can accomplish that. We can also help the Koroks with their little dried up sproutlings. So we're going to be doing that right now. I'll see you then. But first, what I'm going to do, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the Korok quest first. And what we're going to be doing, while I head over there. Oh, I forgot we have a. We can do the freaking Ballad of Gales. I'm going to be dropping off these pictures. Last time we got a lot of important pictures. Some pictures that were one-time only, and some pictures that were one-time only, and some pictures, and a whole lot of other pictures that are just like good to have early. But Tetra was a one-time only chance to get her. The one time when she's following you from behind is the only chance you have to take a picture of her. So I'm super glad I did that, and I didn't wait, because I thought in my mind, I was like, don't you know you take a picture of the King of Red Lions, right? You do not take a picture of the King of Red Lions. What you were supposed to do is take a picture of, what you're supposed to do is take a picture of Tetra in that moment. You can't take a picture of the King of Red Lions. As you saw, he was only in that cutscene. I'm sorry, the King of Hyrule. He was only in that cutscene, and then he poofed away and turned back into a boat, as you do. And then we didn't even get a picture of Zelda. So what we have to do is, in order to get the King of Hyrule, he is a picture you have to buy. And when you buy his picture, you get Princess Zelda's picture. You can't take a picture of her, but you don't have to, because you could take a picture of her, but it's at the very end of the game during a moment where you would not want to be caring about taking pictures of anything at that point. Really quick, mailbox. Good evening. I have letters for Link. We have 2. Here is your letter. Cash on delivery. 201 rupees. Okay, I mean I have the money, but what the heck? To the esteemed Mr. Fairy Person, thank you so very much for your purchase, enclosed in an incredible chart. This chart will show you where you can find the Triforce charts. You mean the Triumph Forks? And the Triforce shards. I want you to use it to find lots of them. They are my favorite kind of items. And also, so, have you been checking your Tingle chart? Have you seen those giant fairy marks? Follow the chart to them and your fortune will greatly increase. Tingle. The incredible chart. 201 rupees to get a chart that literally shows us everything we need to get in the game? Sure. Now you know where all the Triforce charts... Wait, so it shows where the charts are too? And the Triforce shards are hidden. That's positively incredible. What the crud? You had the letter? How have you been, big brother? I'm here on the pirate ship writing you this letter. Isn't that neat? At first, I was really scared, but they're actually nice. For pirates, I mean. Mr. Gonzo is a really big guy, but ever since Miss Tetra left, he's been crying like a baby. It's kind of funny, but sort of sad, too. Nudge, Nudge is a little strange, but nice too. And as for Senza, his beard makes him look pretty mean, but he tells really cool stories when he gets in the right mood. Zuko's kind of weird, and Mako is pretty quiet. Mako immediately gets mad whenever I try to take his glasses, so I do that a lot. That's right, kid, give him hell. As usual, Nico is always fooling around. He won't take anything seriously. Actually, he seems sad not to have you around anymore. Were you guys good friends? We were good friends. I helped them all out with the chores, and they actually paid me a little for it. I'm sending you the money. Please use it. What? No, don't give me your money. I'll loan you my telescope for a little longer, but you have to return it to me eventually, okay? I'm doing fine here, so don't you worry. I'll take care of myself. So you be sure to take good care of yourself. Good luck. Well, I guess that paid the chart back a little bit. Thanks. Oh, the feelings. My feelings! Alright, so I'm going to drop off these pictures, and then we're going to continue. Man, you know what? I would have loved if the path this took was that Ariel eventually becomes a pirate. That's my new headcanon. Ariel just eventually becomes a pirate. Maybe she even becomes part of Tetra's crew. I think that would be freaking hilarious. Anyways, see you in a sec. Before starting today, gonna check out some of these things that we got. Let's see, last time we got bubbles, we got both of the Omos, so I need to make sure I jot those down. Managed to somehow get the Floor Masters, which the Floor Masters in this one are a little harder to get because they spend a lot of time in their portals. Much scarier, I feel like. I mean, hearing them drop in Ocarina of Time was scary, don't get me wrong. But them just being like floating black holes that'll just zoom in all over the floor, that's like scary in a different way, you know? It's unnerving in a different way. Oh, dang, okay. Oh, okay. So this room has bosses, which is why I guess it looks like the Forsaken Fortress. It's weird that that Godon would be in here because Godon the Great Arbiter. Spooky. It's a little weird that Godon would be in here because yeah, he was a boss, but he was a boss designed as a test by the gods, so it's a little strange, but whatever. Yeah, it was created by the gods as a trial for the great hero. You can drop it to the ground only by piercing its hands with face with arrows. Oddly enough, arrows occasionally drop from its nostrils. It's as if the gods were trying to be a little bit kinder to us. Oh yeah, we got Wiz Robes, we got freaking Toucan Sam, and the Fruit Loop Brigade. Oh, big guy. This guy actually does have a name. The Monstrous Helmrock King. People usually just call him King Helmrock, which I think is still fine, still works. Master Ganondorf, interesting. The Helmrock King is a monstrous bird that has been fitted with a mighty steel mask. Once the mask has been split with a hammer, its tender beak will be revealed. Oh, right, then of course. Super cool. I mean, here's the thing about getting the figurines. It is kind of cool just to, like, see and appreciate the models of all the characters. Which is especially nice in this game because it has such a strong art style. Light arrows. Oh, spoilers. Phantom Ganondorf created in his own... Oh, this is a phantom that Ganondorf created in his own likeness. Use your sword to knock back the balls of magic that he hurls, and then attack him when he's stunned. Actually, you can also use empty bottles to deflect his magic attacks. Oh, right, that's like a little thing. Well, okay, so that's interesting. You would think that... I always thought that being able to deflect the thing, because that's something that, you know, you see people do, like speedrunners and stuff will do that all the time, is deflect his orbs back with a bottle. And I always took that as a glitch, like something about the properties of the bottle, it gained sword attributes for whatever reason. But like the fact that Wow, you get to go, like, in depth. Oh, look at all the freaking reflections and stuff. Very nice, very cool. Yeah, I always assumed that was like a glitch, but the fact that they have mentioned it themselves leads me to believe that that was intentional. Was that just like a ha ha hee hee? Like they were just having a laugh about it? I don't know. I always thought it was cool that these guys looked like a dog, a specific kind of dog, like a would it be a no, not a Rottweiler, right? There's a specific dog that looks like that. The same like a jackal almost. I think that's like an interesting look for them. But all right, I'm gonna make sure that I have everybody all the new guys that we've gotten marked off on my list, and then we will go from there. We're going to be doing some pretty extensive side questing in this episode. So I'll see you in a moment. Tetra seems bossy and strong-willed, but she's actually quite kind. Orphaned at a young age, Tetra followed in her mother's footsteps, becoming a pirate and watching after her mother's gang of lovable swabbies. Tetra and her crew are in search of a legendary treasure hidden beneath the waves of the Great Sea. Oh. So she probably... Okay, so what... So she was orphaned. She was left with nothing but her mom's giant crew of literal pirates and a bunch of maps and treasure charts and sea charts that had a bunch of weird iconography that she probably didn't understand anything about. Interesting. So her mom never probably got to properly prepare her for the sort of events that were going to happen, that just happened recently. That's interesting. I kind of feel bad for her. I think the fact that she had to take care of, like, this band of goons probably led to her being a lot kinder than maybe your typical pirate captain would be. For many long years, they have suffered from stiff necks, but none of them know how to cure it. Strange things, the fish man. I don't know about you guys. Okay, you would not believe it. The 5 minutes at the start of this video, 5 or 10 minutes at the start of this video, that was like a day or two ago. I recorded that, and now I'm finally getting to. Just things have come up, and time did not allow me to. And also, I was so close to finishing God of War that I was just really compelled to keep like playing that to completion. So, but now here we are. Here we are. We're gonna go. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. We're at the Forest Haven. We actually need to be here because we are going to be doing the. We're going to be helping the Koraks sort of rebuild their forests. Ow. Okay. Having a new sword doesn't help with these guys. These guys take the same amount of hits. It's just the way it be. And there is no shortcut. There are no shortcuts in life. Oh, I forgot, you can't do 2 jump attacks with them. The first one knocks them up, and then the second one kills them. Oh well. Very rare that we're actually here in the middle of the day, but it's kind of nice you get the music outside of the place. There's a different song outside and inside, I think. Maybe a slightly different song. I always forget that you can't climb up that. What's up, dude? How are things in the world, Link? I'm a tree. I can't go out and I don't know it. Can you bring me like the newspaper every so often? Is there like an ocean newspaper I can catch up on things? As you can see, I'm slowly growing older and feebler. Oh no, what? Don't do this. It seems my only wisdom is full of vigor. My only wisdom is full of vigor lately. But that is just the way of life, child, and not a cause for sadness. It seems only my wisdom is full of vigor lately. Oh. If there is anything you wish to know, just ask. I will aid you as I may. What is it you wish to know? Oh. Okay. Tell me the Koroks. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen this before. What do you wish to learn about? There's more than... Oh, jeez. Island Koroks. Are you concerned about the little Koroks who left the safety of our forest haven? It is indeed true that there are many islands in the Great Sea that have grown dark and dangerous. Who knows what perils might await my children? If it's not too much to ask, Link, please offer my children assistance should their needs become dire. Can I count on you to check on them for me as you proceed with your quest? I entrust their care to you. Yeah, of course. I've spotted... I think we've spotted just about everyone there is. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is it you wish to know? What about the Koroks? But the Forest Koroks. You wish to know about the Koroks who remain here in the Forest Haven? Well, you can find Holo in that hole over there, researching potions. Makar. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen him of late. Perhaps he is hiding somewhere preparing a song for next year's ceremony. At such times, he never allows himself to be seen. It would be useless to look for him. But do not worry, I am certain he will return before long. Okay, Forest Water? The Forest Water. So you have learned the secret of our Forest Haven. The Forest Water is a mystical and powerful draught that fills the trees with life and vitality. With such water, it would even be possible to return life to a battered, withered tree. And yet the Forest Haven, or the Forest Water, is quickly spoiled by the air outside of the Forest Haven. Once it leaves the borders of these woods, it would lose its potency after just about 30 minutes, and become no different from ordinary water. I suppose it is thanks to such water that this gnarled old tree has been here able to live for so many long years. He's really beaten himself down about his age, and it's making me really sad. If you see the Koroks in trouble out there, I hope you can aid them while the forest water remains potent. I shall mark their locations on your sea chart. Oh, yo, that's great, actually. Well, cause like I was gonna be sad if I had to use a guide, only cause like we ran into all of them and it just didn't occur to me to like mark them on the map. So I was gonna be a little bit like, man, is it kind of like missing the point to use a guide? But I'm like, I've seen all of them. It's basically would be like the same thing. But no, he marked them all on the map, which is great. Did he mark them all on the map? Well, the same red circles I'm seeing are the ones that are for the treasure chart. Did you give me like a unique sea chart? Hold on, I'm looking, I'm scouring. I'm scouring for the goods. We have the Tingle chart, we have the Incredible chart, which is for Triforce thingies. Which is for Triforce charts and Triforce locations? I think it's a really weird looking map. It's a really weird looking chart. Can I like... No, I can't bring it up on the screen. Oh well. Let me see. Platform chart, Beetles chart, submarine chart. I don't rightfully understand. Did he mark? I don't see that he marked them on my sea chart. Strange. Oh well. Oh, you know what we can do also? There is something else that can be super quick that we can do. Oh wait, you know what? Let's do this first though. I totally forgot. We're here. We should do this first. I don't know. I mean, this is all Forest Haven water, right? But the water on the inside clearly looks different than the water on the outside. So I'm gonna make sure I get the water that's like literally right at his bow. So one moment. Okay, well. needs to be deeper. Boop. Nice. Okay, we have 30 minutes, and you have to water all of them within this 30 minutes, so... Here we go. I think you do anyways. Oh, it gives us a timer. Oh, I see. After we have the water in hand, then they get marked on the map. I see. Very clearly. There's like little leaf indicators. Okay, that makes sense. That makes way more sense. Alright, the race is freaking on. I want to help my friends. There's one literally this way. So between being able to warp using the cyclones and being able to, well, having the swift sail. So apparently this is possible with the swift sail alone. But obviously it's going to be easier when you have the warping as well. But now half of the battle is going to be like finding them on these islands or learning, like figuring out how to get to them. But we see our guy, he's right up there. Oh, we actually have to redo some stuff, don't we? We gotta do a bit of the insides of these places as well. That's interesting. I mean, we have 30 minutes, right? That should be... Well, you can see how long this video... Well, no, seeing how long this video is wouldn't be a good indicator. Because, snag that money. Have I failed? No, I haven't failed. Maybe I have failed. Oh, I think I messed up. Oh, this is a bad start. Oh, this is terrible. Because I'm going to be doing this quest and the huge trading sequence in this episode as well. I mean, unless this quest takes multiple tries. And then, well, no, I would definitely edit that stuff out. Ow. Terrible, terrible start. That's fine. We're doing fine. Dang. Okay, what's 30 divided by 8? There we go. It would be like, we would have like 3-ish minutes. Apparently you have to talk to the guys every time. I will do what I can here to make sure the forest tree does not wither any further. Please, swordsman, go to the forest table and bring back some water. I got you, bud. Watch this. These things really remind me of the gyros from Animal Crossing. Just the way they look with their faces and stuff. Okay, no time to spare. Ugh. Hey, King of Red Lions. I know we had something pressing, but you've all left the ocean. You've all left the land in a terrible, terrible state. So I have like a lot of slack to pick up from you, you old heads. I'm gonna be honest. And yes, I do blame all of you. I'm gonna have to resist picking up any of the goods. What is 8 into 30? That would be like 24. It would be like 3.5 minutes-ish. Or something around that. Is that right? Was that good head math? I'm terrible at head math, to be completely honest. So if that's not correct, then I mean, like, you can berate me if you want, if you so wish. But oh, okay, yeah, 3.75. So 3 3/4 minutes on each one. Not bad. Oh, this is actually my cabana. Oh, right. This little rapscallion freaking set up shop on my on my turf. I guess I'll allow it. We could be roommates. I won't evict you. Oh, it's right over there. My dude, my man. How are we doing? I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Huh? Forest trees of my fellow withering. Yeah, yours is too, dude. So it's true, as you can see. Ganon's evil plot. Well, Ganon, I guess maybe his essence being plaguing the ocean would be enough to ruin this, I suppose. Okay, we made quicker work with that one. There might be some cutting around because this is just going to be a lot of travel time. But we're going to be heading to, this was Link's Oasis. We're going to be heading to Eastern Fairy Island now. What is 3 3/4? 3 3/4 of a minute. A minute is 60 seconds. So 3/4 of that divided by 4. Oh, whoops. 60 divided by 4 is 15. 4 goes into 60 evenly? Oh, yeah, it does. It does divide by 7. Yeah, that makes sense. Whoa. So 15 3 times would be 45 seconds. I could have figured that out way easier. I know what 3/4 of 60 seconds is. So what we have, for each one, we have 3 minutes and 45 seconds. We did just about do the first one in, just about did it. In that amount of time, give or take. It was like 37 minutes or so. Yeah, so if you haven't talked to them at least one time, we've talked to some of them one time at least, but you need to have them like acknowledge that they need help before they can be help, which is interesting. Hallelujah. Okay, now it's time to do some warping. Looks like there's 2 more slots for songs. I guess there's like 6 songs total. Oh, I remember. This one you can kind of do. This is like a straight line now. I wouldn't even think you'd have to, with the Swift Sail, you don't even need to do much warping for this part. Because there's one right here on this island. Oh. I think I warped to the wrong place. But I'll take it. We would need to have come here eventually. This is the Mother-Child Island where we couldn't get into it because it was a huge rock wall around us. I love this subversion. Tell me, little boy, can you control the wind? I love... Okay, well, I didn't think we'd be doing this now, but hey, we're doing this now. I love this. I love this idea. This is the... This is like the queen of the great fairies. Now, of course, obviously, there's a huge trope in media of like, oh, this ancient being is actually a child, right? And that can lead to some like weird, creepy stuff, the way they do that in a lot of things. This, I actually feel like, is a really cool idea. Well, because all the other great fairies are like these tall, like mythical, magical, otherworldly beings. This person's also super otherworldly, but I like the idea of the person who created, like, the person who created fairies being a kid, and not even like a, oh, I'm actually, like, I've got the mind of an ancient being, but I'm actually physically a child. It's like, no, she's like holding a doll. She looks pretty like, she acts like a kid too. She's got that kid energy to her. I think the idea of like the being that created something as magical and as like a fairy tale-esque as a fairy, and as like great fairies being a child, is a really interesting idea. It's a really interesting take on that. And I also love the detail that she's holding a doll that looks like one of them too. Specifically, it's cool, and I like the remix of the song, because the song also, because it's like it has like the harp, the harp goes in, and you're like, oh, this is like, it's a great fairy theme. It's like it's doing it. It's gonna hit the mark, and then it even the song subverts your expectations of what the Queen of the Great Fairies would look like. I think one of the manfish mentions there being something in this island specifically. I do think that it's also cool that like you can only get in here when you have the you need something else to even, and like teleporting to this spot lands you smack dab on top of it. I think that's a really cool little Easter egg. I totally just like did not teleport to the right place though. I think, I don't know. So young to have such power. How did you know where to find me? How did you know to find me here? I have some guys on the outside. I'm the queen of the fairy world. Oh, queen of the fairy world. What is the matter, my child? Does that not surprise you? Young one. I like you. And so I shall give you new power to the bow that you wield. And also, like, she's creepy. She is, the way she looks, the way she sounds, the way she acts, it is creepy. And unnerving. Ugh. It's like, I don't understand. I don't know what the hell's going on, dude. Yeah, we get fire and ice arrows at the same time, which is super cool. And this is actually mandatory. There's a lot of things that you know, I always remember there being so many optional things, but a lot of things are mandatory. Like you need the fire and ice arrows eventually, which means you do need to get the teleportation. There were things like that. I kind of wish they made that kind of like the crazy weird side things like optional, so that when you run into them, when you have this moment like that, it's like you don't have to seek this out. But then again, this is such a cool, interesting sequence, right? That like I can understand why they like, the developers want you to see this. That's always kind of the balance, right? Between, well, we want you to have cool, interesting, unique things to discover, that you don't have to go out and find. But then also, we also want you to have enough cool, interesting things that you do have, like, that we want you to see, that you have to see, because we spent all this time on it. Oh, even the way she moves is just, it's weird. Ice arrows can freeze the hottest flames, and fire arrows can melt the coldest ice. The fairies in this fountain will ease your weariness. Use them as you need to. Child, I must tell you, you are just my type. Ooh. It's weird. She like falls limp too. Which maybe means that, like, that's just how she... That's, like, a form that she uses to appear here in this world? Maybe it was a puppet just like the puppet she used to grant us the ability. I do like her using the doll to mimic what the great fairies look like when they give you their power. That line too of like, you're just my type. It's like, well, there's some weird reverse stuff, right? So normally it's like, oh, hey, I'm actually a 1,000-year-old dragon lolly, right? And I'm super into the old guys who are like in their 30s. It's like the reverse of that, where it's like, hi, I am an ancient being, thousands of years old, and I look like a kid, and I act like a kid, and I'm super into young guys. Either way, listen, when you're dealing with the ages of magical beings, typically, I would say 9 times out of 10, making a 1,000,000-year-old child is not, just the way people use that concept is typically not like good, right? It's so different too. It's like autumn in here. It's like orange leaves and brown dirt, and it's very interesting. Well, but we gotta... You know what? You know what I will do? I'm gonna release the fairy that we got, that we've had in there for a long time. I'll take one of these ones as a little reminder of this encounter. I'm sorry. I know you hate this. I've never had to look at your sad faces before. Okay. Oh, so no, this is where I teleported. I just I forgot. I didn't see that it was Mother Child Islands. Okay, so we want to go here. That's so funny that I accidentally teleported in here. This was the thing I said earlier that I was like, oh, there's something we can do, but maybe I'll wait on that. Oh well, whoopsies. Okay, so we just gotta sail then. Oh, now that we have the fire arrows, we can actually light the lighthouse. Oh, I mean, there's so many things we can do now that we have fire and ice arrows, but... oh well. Yeah, I would say most of the time when people don't use the concept of a childlike eldritch being, ancient being, people don't typically use it for, oh, crud. We haven't seen it yet. That's the ghost ship that people have mentioned. Every time any manfish has said, it appears. You know what I'm talking about. It. That's what they're talking about. I don't remember the music, though. That's super unnerving. I mean, seeing it just sailing in the distance. Seeing any other ship, honestly. Because there's, like, never any ships like that. Ooh, that creeped me out. It's like a gloomy day outside. Bit dark and stormy. So it being a gloomy day and then, Oh, crud. I didn't know this was a twofer. This has the wandering merchants and the little Korok friend. And a freaking fire and ice arrow lady. So that's a lot of value for a single island. Yeah, the concept of ancient freaking ancient lollies is usually not used for any virtuous means. However, though, I think like that concept can be used effectively. You know, it's like in the Owl House, the collector is this like ancient 100-year-old like god being, right? But with the mind of a child, and that's what makes him so scary. That's what makes him like a terrifying villain. Because he's not even being villainous. He's not malicious. He's not doing things out of malice. Well, most of the time. And then when he does things out of malice, it's under the understanding of, it's with a child's understanding of like why you do things or why you act a certain way at certain times. So like, yeah, I think the concept can be used effectively. Having basically the queen of like magic itself, the queen of a realm of fairy beings, of magical creatures, being a kid makes it makes sense. And she speaks a little bit more mature maybe than she would. I do like that. I don't know, but she still has like being like, oh, you're just my type. It's like that. There's like a playfulness to that, but also the fact that like she looked our age, I would say. Although maybe even younger than we are. I don't know. I guess there's a fine line. There's like a way to use. That's a very like standard like fantasy trope. Oh, hold on. I thought I saw like a constellation lit up in the sky. Hold on, we have a moment. We're making good time. You know what we haven't used in a while? Huh. I thought there was like a chain of stars that looked like way brighter. Oh, you can see birds flying off in the distance. That's crazy. Oh, hey. That's where we need to go. My guy, my dude, my man. Man, I can't believe that we, this one quest caused me to accidentally have the encounter with the Fairy Queen, or the Queen of the Fairy World, which also, that brings up the point of the beat. There's like a whole world where fairies exist, and I guess there's only certain points on this, in our world, where they can make contact with us, I guess? Interesting. What's up, dude? Now, this is an island that could absolutely use some new land. I really wish we ever got to see what great fish looked like, but the game actively keeps you away from it the whole time, so it's unfortunate. Well, hopefully we can make it a little better. Oh, so close. We only have 2 more. Oh, they actually changed green after you give them some water. That's cool. Dang, this is actually a very, between the warping and the swift sailing, I mean, we have 18 minutes to spare. We are like not even sweating it. But no, yeah, it's crazy that we saw the Queen of the Fairy World, and also the ghost ship, which has only been alluded to. Well, we saw one picture of it. The photographer showed us a picture of it. But yeah, but other than that, we've only had like, I don't know, there's like 5 different manfish mentioned. Like, if you go to this place at this time, things get crazy, dude. Oh, you know what? Don't mind if I do. I didn't get no chew jelly from that guy. What a travesty. Oh, you had to kind of like accomplish this thing in order to get here, I think. Oh no, there was just little. No, this was one that had a little fire. I thought this was like one of the golf ones, but that was a different thing. Man, it is storming like crazy. This is actually pretty fitting because right outside my window, it's been raining all for like most of the day now. Like raining pretty hard too. It's been like dark and gloomy. I got you, my dude. What do you guys have to say after I quit water? Thank you very much, swordsman. You must find one more of my fellow Koroks. If you pour that forest water on all of our trees, then the trees will surely grow strong. But remember, in just 17 minutes and 1 second. How are you guys keeping track of this for me? Can you guys like communicate to each other? How are you like keeping all this information straight? The forest water you have will return into plain water, so hurry. Gotcha. Oh, that's just some ice we could melt. I mean, we have time, but I'm stay focused, cause knowing my luck, something terrible would happen down there. However, because of the time we have, I won't teleport, cause we just don't need to. Swift Sail makes this game easy. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if we had the means of getting into the ghost ship, it would have been hilarious to just like get into there to do the Great Fairy and the ghost ship while we're doing this side quest. But there really just wasn't a way to do that. So, weird that the music dips out when you encounter any sort of land, but it's like that's not even a place I can walk on top of. It's not even a real island. We got here. Oh, where is he on this island? Okay, he's right here. Easy enough. There's a bunch of nonsense on this island. There's like things to hit with the hammer. Oh yeah, we totally got like a new item, the hammer, that we haven't had to use hardly at all. Which is kind of a shame. What's up, dude? Oh, I've been impaled. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. And for all of that, you get a piece of heart. Which is kind of nuts that, like, it's a pretty extensive quest, and that's all you get, but... Oh my gosh. I don't remember these guys having faces. What the heck? Oh dear. Why does this have so much zoom? The tree has recovered all of its vigor. Wow, okay. Sick. Swordsman, come see how healthy my forest tree has become. Wow, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Is the implication here that there's going to be a lot of... Like that there's going to be like a lot of guys? Like a lot of Deku trees? Cause that'd be interesting. We still have 14 minutes to spare. Dang, HD version makes this quest easy. But while we're here... Oh. Okay. Might as well see what the heck's going on. I see a bunch of buttons. Okay. You must activate all 4 switches on the island. Must activate them all swiftly. Danger will visit all who fail to heed my warning. The Sea S.W. Potchet. Danger will... Must activate all 4. Activate them all swiftly. Okay, that's kind of frightening. I don't... Well, this is the last switch, but this isn't a hammer one? Even though it kind of looks like it would be. Oh, no, is this... Oh, I know what we need for this. We don't have what we need for this. So I guess we should freaking leave before that danger comes and gets us? I don't know. I don't like that. Well, okay, I guess now that we did that, I guess we can do the, we can go on to the trading quest. That was pretty quick. Not bad at all. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, it would be funny. It would have been funny to also be like have done the ghost ship along the way. We can't actually do the ghost ship yet, though. We need a specific item in order to be able to enter it. As you saw, as we got close enough to it, we could hear the music, we could see it. It was creepy, and I hated it. However, it was just all that it would just disappear if we got too close. So we'll get there eventually. In the meantime, I will see you when we are where we need to be to start the trading sequence. See you then. Okay, we have teleported to Great Fish Isle, which we are oddly enough another island that has both a Korok and a Great Merchant on it. So there's only 3 Great Merchants. We've started the trade sequence, but we actually have to trade again here. Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh. What am I thinking? I did not get me the item I needed. I'm a fool. A fool in sheep's clothing. So, okay. We started this briefly. So how this quest goes is that you... I swear there's more teleportation spots than usual, but I could be wrong. Anyways, you start by getting the town flower from Zenari, which we did. We started that quest. Oh yeah, there's a constellation. There's even a red star in the sky. I wonder what that constellation is. Because if I pull out, if I bust out my, oh yeah. Yeah, see, it's even, huh. Can I take a picture of that? Is this like important at all? Huh. Interesting. That's cool. If there's just like, if they just added like random constellations. Okay, so how this works is, you start with the town flower Zenara gives you. You then end up in Great Fish Isle. You trade the town flower to get the sea flower. Apparently, you then give that same guy the sea flower in order to get the exotic flower. I don't know why. Like, why though? I don't know, like, why would you assume that you could give that same guy the thing he just gave you in order to get a third other thing? Also, I thought there was at least 5 merchants. This is saying that there's like 3 that we actually have to interact with. Oh. You know what, while we're here, actually. There are still pictures of people on Windfall that we need to get pictures of. But if you notice something, the one dad who was always out here begging us to find his daughter and talking about how he had no money, he's gone, and instead in tatters is the rich father who used to host the little auction at night. Who might you be? Why do I get a strange feeling that we've met before? Oh, it's you. Little boy who promises big promises and then fails to deliver on them. Too bad you couldn't save my daughter. Oh, I forgot about this frustrating thing. Fortunately, not everyone in this world fails to deliver. As it turns out, my dear Mila was saved by a group of kind pirates. The pirates had a leader, Tetra, I believe she said her name was. I was most grateful. She did demand a rather hefty reward, though. Thanks to them, my fortune has vanished. We've hit rock bottom. But my little Mila is alive and home safe where she belongs, so I can't complain. My daughter is more important than money. You know, as much as I've always hated that Link gets no credit for saving everybody, for breaking into the Forsaken Fortress and saving everybody, the fact that the rich dad is like, I don't care if I don't have the money, I have my daughter. I do appreciate that. Being poor must be pretty rough. Take one look at me and that's the first thing you think, isn't it? I ask you, why is that? Sure, the days can get kind of tough, but good things still happen, don't they? Money doesn't make the sun shine, you know. Just recently, my missing daughter Mila was returned to me. I didn't think I could ever feel more joyful. But then she went and started working at the shop to help out with our tight family finances. What a trooper. Could that girl be any more of an angel? Although, I do worry about how she always seems to sneak out at night. Is there any shop in this town that's open at night? The look in your eyes seems to imply that you have something to say. Well, what is it? Are you suggesting that I should go work too? Ow! Oh, but oh, my back has truly been hurting me of late. Really, just aching. If I were 20 years younger. Okay, so I mean, he's not a perfect guy, but who is? But at least he's seen that like money isn't everything. That is something. And then yeah, actually, what's cool is that you also see she's been working at Zanari's shop, which actually makes us visit back. I totally forgot that we should have come visited this place again. But yeah, so it's not all bad. And now, because of that, we can actually get a picture of her. Hey, you. Come on, use your head. You can't just stand there like that. You're in my way. Can't you move? Oops, that won't do. That won't do at all. Buddy, I'm back to my old habits. I'm terribly sorry. Really, I am. Welcome to you, sir. This way to Windfall's outdoor shop. Chock full of fun and happy products. Thanks, Mila. This way to the only stall with extra fun, happy things for sale. Your happiness is guaranteed. Fun awaits you. Step right up. Stop by. That's. Well, she's trying to help. That is nice. Zanoi, my dude, my man. Go with it. Fine. I mean, I'm your business partner. I should be able to talk to you whenever and wherever, but whatever. It's like this is the best spent shopping. Yeah, I need a sea flower, my dude. So now, what do you have to say to me if I talk to you over here? Master, I have ill news. Someone has been fiddling with my safe. Oh. I come to shop first thing in the morning, and dear me, I see signs suggesting someone's fiddled with things. Perhaps someone has been sneaking in here at night and doing some shady things. But I do not have any proof. Dear me, such a mystery. If only I could catch them in the act. I could scold them. And oh, what a scolding I would give. Alright. Hey, Mila. I don't want to make any assumptions. Not that I already know or anything. But you wouldn't happen to know anything about this place at night. Somebody trying to steal things from Zanari. My good friend, my business partner, the love of my life. No, you can't assume. You shouldn't assume such things, even if they are true. But we'll see to that in a moment. Let's see how the other guy is doing. You, out there. Oh, you're just some wretched street urchin. I thought you were the postman. Be thankful, because if you were the postman, I would have shooed you out of here before you could say boo. What to say, you look rather familiar for a street urchin. Have we perhaps met somewhere before? What? Whatever do you mean? You don't mean my daughter, do you? Because my daughter has already been rescued from the Forsaken Fortress. Why, she even returned with a huge load of lovely, glittering, delicious treasure. Thanks to her little incident, we've become filthy rich overnight. And I mean filthy. Ugh. I put a little bit too much stank on the filthy. That's my bad. Why, there isn't a girl in the world who's as good a child as Maggie. You may not be able to help me, or you may not have been able to help me, but there's no harm done. I'm sure you'll accomplish something in life. Someday. In the meanwhile, my daughter has blossomed into quite the little beauty. Run along, go spend some time with her. Yeah, so this guy has become just the biggest scumbag in the world. And honestly, it's not even like the rich father was awful and then he became humbled in losing his money. The rich father was rich and he appreciated his wealth, but he mainly just talked about how much he missed his daughter. This guy has just become, he gets a little bit of money, becomes the biggest scumbag in the world. If you remember, the 2 times that we are actually able to see Mila and Maggie when they're in captivity, they're like wearing very different clothes. But now we can actually take a picture of both of them. Oh. What's the matter? Hanging up proudly. I didn't mean to, sorry. Trying to get a picture. Didn't really think about how creepy it is to walk around places, enter people's homes, and take pictures of them until right now. But, oh well. Oh, to think I would survive my ordeal and return to this town. And to think that I would be able to live such a beautiful, opulent home. It's like a dream come true. But no, it's a nightmare. Without him by my side, it's like a rainstorm rages in my heart. He was so kind to me in the Forsaken Fortress. That sweet boy who gave me all those expensive necklaces when I fled from the cursed island. Just hearing his name lifts my spirits. Mo, the wonderful moblin from Forsaken Fortress. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. I'm always writing heartfelt letters filled with my overflowing emotions, but why don't you answer me, Mo? Oh gosh, what if I killed him? That's like a pretty, there's a decent possibility I killed that guy, right? Like, this is bad. Oh, terribly bad. I've already drifted off into my own dream world. Oh, by the way, I have a request for you. Could you take the letter I've just finished inking and deliver it to the post box for me? Please, I beg of you. Sure. Oh, jeez. What? Really? You're such a dear. You've made Maggie so happy. You have a confused young girl's letter. No, Daddy, you can't keep us apart. I love him. We're gonna go get eloped. It's a letter from Maggie to her sweetie. Okay. The post box, don't you dare forget. But you must promise not to read it. The secrets of a girl's heart are to be shared. Are to be shared only when she so desires. I have to read it, right? There's no... I have to read it. There's no choice. Right? I mean, like, I'm gonna read it in her home. I'm gonna read it right now. Taking this out here won't do anything. Oh, can I really not read it? Whatever, fine. Might as well do some things here while we're here, right? Before we head back out to the ocean. This will just be a big side quest thing. Because, sooner than later, it's gonna be high time to, It's gonna be high time to just, I mean, there's gonna be a point in time where we only do story stuff, I think. Time draw, it's getting close. You know what though? You know what though? I think I just remembered something. That, that constellation, the one red star, that actually, that's pointing us somewhere. Where would it be pointing us to though? That was alluding to something that happens on one of the islands, I think. Or either that or it's alluding to a specific square on the sea chart. On our sea map. We'll have to keep that in mind. I think I just remembered that that's not just some random detail, that's an important thing. But okay, we'll deliver a letter, and then we're gonna switch it to nighttime, because there's gonna be a couple things we can do there. No, no more auction. No more. It's literally gambling. Oh, wait. And then also while we're at it, I'm gonna go around and take pictures of people I need pictures from. Because there's still some people. Oh. Boom. Oh, interesting. It was a smaller service fee because the Windfall Island is only a little ways away from Dragon Roost, where the postmen are. That's hilarious. Okay. Okay. So before I turn to nighttime, I'm gonna go around, take some pictures of, clean up because there's only a couple people on Windfall we still need pictures from. So I'm gonna make sure to do that really quick. Get a picture of this guy. Getting a picture of this guy who's very easy to miss. He's up there on a stone wall. I forget that there's even a potion shop in the game sometimes. But look at this guy. You gotta get a picture of this guy. And with that, let's change it to night. See what we can get up to here. So Zanari said, we can't let somebody steal from our business partner, that's for sure. Well, her dad did say she used to sneak off at night. Take off, go away. What was that sound? That was a piercing noise. Was that like a we failed something? Oh, that was our water becoming normal water, wasn't it? That was weird timing. Our water like turned into normal water the moment I finished talking to her, and I was like, did we already fail this? Now the thing is, I don't remember exactly how this works. I do know that she's the culprit we're trying to spot, but I don't remember exactly how we catch her. Well, you know what we can do in the meantime? We can head back up to here. I always do this the hard way. Why do I do that to myself? Whoa, whoa. I can't see. It got that Nintendo polish. Oh. I didn't realize you came out here at night. Yo, hold up. What's a kid like you doing out at a time like this? Lady, I don't even sleep. I'm not even joking, I don't sleep. Well, you have to take a look at the heavens too? In that case, you'll get a better view from over here. Well, what are we looking at? It's another fine moon tonight. Say, did you know? Like the human heart, the shape of the moon changes with time. Every night it becomes just a little bit different. I did know that, but that was a nice way to put it. That's kind of touching. Oh, this is the constellation I kept spotting. Look at that. Aren't the three sister stars impressive? What a stellar family. Three sister stars. So you have 3 lined up, 3 on the outside, and then that red one. It's gotta mean something, right? It's funny because I was just talking about that. I didn't know you get this little scene. It's kind of cool though. What does this mean though? This constellation. Gotta wait for the clouds to clear. I feel like I'm taking some actual photography here. I'll keep that one. If you want to know the truth, I'm actually a little heartbroken. At the moment, I just can't shake this depression. See, I found out that my childhood friend Linda had her eyes on someone besides me all this time. Found out that my childhood friend Linda had her eyes on someone besides me all this time. So, this person, their name is Camo. It says he's on the stone wall. It's funny, I always read him as feminine, as like a female, but so when I said like, so when he said my friend Linda has eyes on someone besides me all this time, I was like, wait, whoa, wait, did Wind Waker do some? Did Wind Waker have like openly gay characters? I don't remember this. I feel like people would have talked about this more. Although, but the way this person always read to me, there might be something there. Still, even still, it'd be headcanon, right? But maybe there's a little bit more to Camo. Even the name seems kind of androgynous, you know? The character seems kind of androgynous in general. Interesting. I just appreciate a little bit of fluidity, you know, from time to time with characters. You know what's worse? He was my buddy. I just can't take it. That does suck. But it's all a done deal now, so sorry if you got wrapped up in it. Can't shake this depression. Childhood friend Linda. So eyes on somebody besides me. Wait a minute. Linda. Oh no. Linda was the one lady in the yellow dress who we helped her get together with Anton, who's always walking around town. They're always together now. Oh. He was my buddy. Can't take it. Oh. So, this person and Anton were buddies, and then... Dang, small town stuff. You know, that's what happens in a small town. Everybody knows everybody. Hearts are gonna be broken when people start pairing off. Dang. I'm sorry about that, Camo. Sorry if you got wrapped up in it. Hey, no worries. You know, it's just how it goes sometimes. Oh, you know what? There's one more picture of a person we need, and we can only do it at night. Almost forgot. Now, I would have assumed by that point we would have been able to spot our thief. But maybe there's only a certain time you can do this? Don't rightfully remember. Ah, here you are. My dude. Sneaking out at night to go somewhere. Suppose I could tag along and secretly follow her. When I think about the possibility of her doing something bad, I just... If... And this is a huge, unlikely if. If you happen to find Mila doing something dishonorable act, will you stop her for me? Just do it if you catch her in the act. Not that she ever would, but if she does, just jump out and stop her, please. Honestly though, despite how my little Mila may look, she's a kind child who thinks only of her poor father. She'd never do anything bad. These two are sad. The other two, girl who's in love with the moblin and like scumbag millionaire. Don't feel much for those ones, but yo, I'm back. Well, okay, I don't know why I'm saying I'm back. This is all going to be edited into one episode. This episode is being recorded in like 5 different parts because I just haven't had time to sit down and do one long thing. One moment. I can't. my friend was like, I gotta make a D&D character. And I was going off with my own joke at first, but then one of our other friends was like, make a crab man. And I'm like, and I said, oh, you should do this, this, and that. I said, ... But probably actually make a crab man whose secret goal is to turn the world into crustaceans, unbeknownst to his party. And then my friend added, if they find out, he tries to kill them immediately. And then I added, but he keeps making weird comments like, you know, you look real good with claws, you know, you look so good with claws, I'm just saying. And my friend right after was like, but he keeps getting lost in it sometimes and mumbles stuff about turning people into crabs. Then he said, lol, same place, different takes. I named him Krusty Klobberstein. Krusty Klobberstein. He's a cleric. It's pretty good. Oh. Then my friend who actually needs to make the character says, I love the quote, you'd look real good with claws because it's the most half-assed attempt at convincing someone. I don't know why I'm imagining like I'm imagining his voice being like somebody trying to do a Trump impression but with a little more rasp to it. Like he has the speech, he has like the talking patterns of Trump. That's right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna turn the whole world into crabs. Yeah, that's right, the Linkara, the great Linkara, who loves crabs, wanted to turn the whole world into crabs. So I think I made a mistake by talking to her. I think you have to not speak to her. I think that's where I've gone wrong. So what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna go climb up here, and we're gonna get this chest. We're gonna light the lighthouse, and then I'm gonna reset stuff. Very interesting. Very interesting, that character. I'm glad I talked to them again. I feel bad because I feel like in okay, well. Maybe I should just go up here the normal way, huh? What is the normal way of going up here? Oh, you gotta go in. I feel bad because in Majora's Mask, I didn't talk and then repeatedly talk to people nearly as much as I did in oh dang, I didn't know there was ones in here too. I guess I didn't need to get those. I guess you only had to get a certain amount. Maybe I'll fill those up after the trading sequence. Yeah, I feel like... Hold on, did I get this guy? I'm gonna check while I... But, I don't know, in Wind Waker, I feel like I was going and going and going, trying to, like, desperately make sure I got everything. Right? This guy's name is Creeb. I think I did get Creeb, because I came up here and was like, I didn't know there was a dude up here. Yeah, I got Creep. Okay. Oh, you know what? We kind of glossed over the fact that, like, I have fire and ice arrows now. Oh, wait, they're both imbued into my bow. Oh, right, you get to just switch on the fly. I forgot about that. Dude, it's so nice. That you just get to, like, switch arrows now. Oh, crud. Come on. Come on. Oh, got it. Okay. I like doing this at night because it being... You can do this during the day. It has the same effect of revealing that chest. But I feel like it's better. It's better doing it at night. It has a better effect to it. I wonder if Creep has anything to say after we light the lighthouse. Probably. I kind of just completely freaking ignored that, but oh well. Nice. No! No! I rolled! Oh, crud. Wait, can I even get... Do I have to glide over here? I might have to glide over there. Oh, I'm gonna be out of magic now, aren't I? Oh, crud. Oh, cribity. It's all falling apart. Is this enough? This should be enough. Okay, don't roll. Walk over, open. Okay, okay, alright. Oh, within the... I actually got, some boba. 2. What a better time than when we get another full heart. Something super interesting. Oh, well, let me finish one thought before I go into, like, 5 other ones. Yeah, so... Yeah, so, like, I feel bad because, like, I'm sure there's a lot of, like, new dialogue from characters when things... Because a lot of different things can change. Changes throughout Majora's Mask, so there's probably a lot of really interesting, unique dialogue. But, I don't know, I just... For the life of me... Like, trying to keep up... Because every time I sat down to play, you know, the time limit's always going. And I'm like, okay, I know what I want to do next, but I don't know if I'm going to be blocked off. So a lot of the time you're blocked off from doing things if you don't do them at certain times. And I had never 100%ed the game before. So I'm like trying to follow along with the guide, which has us doing certain things at certain times. It was like, playing that game kept me on edge. For sure. It was something else. I really just could not. Oh, do I need to come from up here and then walk down here? Do I need to talk to her and then walk a certain direction? I'm assuming I need to turn my back. Take off, go away. Okay, I'm going away. Do I need to go the way the other direction? Okay, here we go. I don't know how far away we need to be, or can be, or should be. Yeah, so she goes the long way around. But if it hasn't become apparent, this is our would-be safe thief. I'm pretty sure what you could do, as long as you stay out of her way, I'm pretty sure you can just wait for her where she's going to end up. But if you don't know where she's going to end up, you have to, I feel like I always get hung up here. Wait, what? I think that was supposed to be Link making like a cat noise. See, yeah, it's all about, it's literally just only about radius. It's only about how far away from her you are. Which sucks, because it's like you're down here waiting for her. Oh, wait. Hey, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, wait. Is that it? Did I fail? I think I failed. Look at her weird noodle legs. Huh. Did I need to take a picture? I didn't really get a picture of her like doing it though. She was only doing it for like 2 seconds. Hold on, let me check. I don't quite remember this one. Okay, well, that means we gotta try again. Oh. So, that's what we're gonna do. Oopsies. Oh no. Oh well. See ya. See you in a sec. Okay. I saw her come down, so you don't have to follow from behind. You just have to stay away from her. Oh. Crud. She goes that way? That's so weird. Well, she came in... So she came in from there, and then started walking this way, but I guess she turns around and goes that. I was afraid of that. Crud. This one always throws me off. I always had to do this one like 5 times to get it right. She does such a weird path. Sometimes I feel like she's like looking for you, to be completely honest. Do you know what the sign of a good game is? It's if, when you walk upstairs, if each leg goes up the steps at a different level, they level off differently. If your character is just floating in 3D nothing on a staircase, it's immediately a bad game. That's the only thing that determines that. I mean it. I'm serious. So you need to get a picture of her touching the safe when she has the struggle sign on her head. Like that. Yep. Hey. Oh wait, no, I think I caught her. I think I caught her right when she turned around, not when she... I think you have to talk to her while she's struggling with that. I think. Well, we have a picture. You need a picture for her dad. I don't know if you need a picture for Zanari, the guy who runs the stand. I'm gonna check on that. Oh, okay, yeah, so that was still a mess up. I have to do it again. You gotta be kidding me. I forgot she also asks you questions and you have to answer them in a very specific way. Now, given how many times you might have to repeat this anyways, I'm going to have the answers available because I don't even think the answers are like exactly what they're not like obvious answers. It's like answering Yuffie in Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII playthrough, you can watch me play that game the first time right here on this channel. Fully recorded. It's all there. If you want. If you want to. It's up to you. I forgot, for doing this, you actually get a bottle. I just sort of assume with this game, most things you're going to be getting are heart pieces because there's so many heart pieces to get in this game, but it's like 44. We have a lot, though. We have most of them, actually. You know, for having, like, 2 dungeons left, we almost have max HP, which is crazy, because 2 of the hearts come from those dungeons, which means we only have 8 heart pieces left, which is wild. I wonder if they sped her up for this version of the game. That felt a lot quicker. My friends tried to make like an actual character with like a real backstory. They're like, I could be like a character who, I have like a magical lyre. I was like looking up like cool backgrounds so that I'm not just like I'm not just like a finely tuned class with no personality. It was like, it's like, so I'm gonna go on this journey to. I've inherited a magical lyre. I'm gonna go on this journey to unlock its powers. And I was, we were having a serious discussion. I'm like, well, Bard works super well for doing that. Obviously, you have a magical instrument, and you're unlocking its powers. Like, yeah, obviously, being a bard, that just sort of works. And they were like, oh, being a sorcerer could work well too, because it's a lineage thing, come from like a family of sorcerers. I'm like, oh yeah, totally. Hey, can the liar's hidden power be that it turns people into crabs, completely unrelated to your character or family in any way? And then I went on this tirade talking about how you discover its powers, it turns people into crabs, you're horrified, you go home to confront your parents, you see them sitting at the end of a long hallway, they turn around, they're crabs. You look down at your own hands, the giant meaty claws. It's crabs all the way down. It's all crabs, it always has been. Oh, jeez, man. It's always been crabs. Oh, no. No. I can't. We can't. Or don't have the good backstory. It's up to you. Okay. We need to freaking jump out and assault this girl the moment she grabs that safe. Yo. Cue the Phoenix Wright music. In my head, I was immediately jumped to the "You've Been Caught" music in Metal Gear Solid. I don't know why. You startled me. What do you want? My heart is racing. You scared me. Wait, are you the kind of creep who goes around at night scaring people? Well, that's just plain mean. Who do you think you are, anyways? A night-creeping rascal. Okay, this one's pretty obvious. Obviously. Although saying an ally of justice is kind of hilarious. I've been hired by both Zunari and your father. There's a camera over there. There's a camera over there. There's a camera in my hands. You've been caught. Are you out of your mind? A what? An ally of justice? I'm not a thief. I swear. Then why was thief highlighted? I haven't stolen anything. Well, yet. Please let me go. It was just an impulse. That's all. Just a bad idea. Why won't you say anything? Does this mean you're mad at me? Wait, hold on. Are we getting confirmation that Link does not, in fact, talk for, like, most of these conversations? You know, I think that's the thing about the silent protagonist, right? Is that you shouldn't write a silent protagonist like they're literally not saying anything. You should write them as if they just don't. Is it that they do say things sometimes? They just don't say things often. Often they just listen to people. Because I think what's always interesting about how things are written is that, like, you know, I think what's cool about Zelda games is that, like, characters are written that, like, they unload and confide in Link, and Link just sits there and he listens. And he listens, he's very open to listening to people and their problems and having people get their problems out, and then he acts. It's less about, he can talk, obviously, you respond to people in these games all the time. We'll see that more in Skyward Sword, but you respond to people all the time in these games. So obviously Link does speak, but for the most part, Link listens. He listens and then he acts. And his actions are what him being literally a man of action, it's kind of his whole deal. What makes him it is compelling. He's a compelling silent protagonist. A lot of silent protagonists are like just a conduit for you to be in. They're just shoes for you to fill in, right? Like a main character in like a Bethesda game, right? There's no personality there. In those games, it's literally only about what you do. In these games, Link is a person. Link is a character. He has a personality in each of these games. He has motivation. He has goals. He has things that he says to people. Like those two options. I'm a night creeping stalker. Like, you are definitely not choosing that. But then the other thing, I'm an ally of justice. That's just as goofy. This Link is obvious because this Link is a kid, right? So I think it's important to remember and acknowledge the fact that like this Links in each of these games They may be silent protagonists, but they are characters. They are not shoes that you fill in. This is their story. You are following along with their story in these games. I think a game that really characterized Link fully is Breath of the Wild, where when you read excerpts of other people talking about you, like for instance, obviously Zelda's journal, which is just one quick journal entry, and it's at the end of the game, presumably in Breath of the Wild. I think what's amazing about those journal entries are that it characterizes Link in such an interesting way. And we'll see that when we get there. But, I mean, like, she mentions that, like, she herself says he doesn't say anything. He hasn't spoken to me. It's not just a game. That's not just like a... That's not like ludonarrative dissonance, the fact that Link is silent and doesn't say anything for most of these games. In Breath of the Wild, that is an actual key thing that other characters acknowledge in that game, is that Link just sits, watches, and he listens. Which really plays a role in how Link in Breath of the Wild specifically is as a character. But then she says that, like, as they journeyed more and as she put down her walls, he also put down his walls and opened up to her. And she was like, yeah, he told me about his dad and his home life, and he told me he really likes food. He's a bit of a glutton and stuff like that. He's a bit into cooking. And, she goes into all these details about him that, sort of solidify that, like, no, he's a person. He's quiet. He's just a quiet person, But like this right here, I like this. So why won't you say anything? Does this mean you're mad at me? Like, it's acknowledging the fact that Link doesn't talk much, because he just doesn't really have much to say. It's like when you say goodbye to Tetra, and she's like trying to find the words, and she's like, I'm sorry, this isn't fair, this isn't right for you to have to go through all of this because of things that are mainly about me and Hyrule and all this stuff and my family. This has nothing to do with you, but it's like all the burden is on you now. What does Link do? He doesn't say anything. He just looks at her, he smiles, he waves goodbye, and he goes off, and he's gonna go do the thing. He's gonna go do the mission. I think that's good. I think that's cool. Okay, could you at least listen to the circumstances in my life that led up to this moment? Please, you owe me that much. Okay, she said, yeah, please, you owe me that much. Sure. Quiet you. Okay, so if you say quiet you, that scares her off, and she's like, oh, please, have mercy. But then the crazy thing is, everything goes back to like usual. The next day, she's still standing out there, working for Zanari. I would assume recognizes you, unless this is supposed to be darkness and she can't see her face. I don't know. What if we killed her? We could kill her. We could cut off her hands. Thieves. Thieves lose their hands. I was once the richest little debutante in this town. Did you know that? I did. Well, I gathered as much. But one day a monstrous bird came and took me away to a terrible place called the Forsaken Fortress, where I was locked up and held captive. Oh, it was awful. My father spent every last rupee in his coffers in an attempt to get me rescued. That's right, every last bit of our family fortune gone. That was when my life of poverty began. Now, every day, from morning until night, I'm busy working the open-air shop, so as you can see, at least I'm trying to settle into my poor lifestyle. Doesn't that just tug on your heartstrings? What are you gonna say about the... What do you say about the tragic events in my pitiable life? So, you're supposed to be primarily empathetic. That's kind of funny. Okay. There's no tough love here. You're supposed to say that's terrible. And that is terrible. And to make matters worse, for some reason I still can't figure out, that slob Maggie, okay, who was the poorest girl in town, suddenly got filthy rich. Maggie, of all people. Makes me so mad I want to do something terrible. Oh, jeez. Do you understand my plight? I mean, not at all, honestly, but you're supposed to say very well. then you'll let me go. And then you say, yeah, obviously, after with what the other responses are, you would think it had to be, I'll let you go. No. You say, unfortunately, no. We can't just let her go. But why not? Ugh. Okay, that's not cool. Well, cause so you say, no, we can't let, unfortunately, no, can't let you go. She's like, but why not? Because I like you. I think you're kind of cute. I'm like, no, awful. That's terrible. I don't like that at all. You say because I'm honest. It's true, I know I'm quibbling over nothing. But being so poor weakens a person's very soul. It's not good. It's hard, for sure. But calling the other girl, Maggie, a slob because she used to be poor? Come on. Like, I know being in your position is like, it can be really dehumanizing, but dehumanizing another person because of the position they were in? This experience should make you more empathetic towards people like Maggie. But it's time I quit making silly excuses for myself. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, I didn't have to sink down to the level of a common thief. I will never do anything like that again. Ah, what an amazing feeling. Let all my worries out of my heart. Well, I actually feel refreshed. Let me at least thank you. Please take this. And that's how we get the last bottle of the game, which I totally forgot that this is how you get it. Bottles are great for carrying water and holding other things. Okay. Don't look at me like that. I didn't steal it. Washed up on the shore, so I picked it up. Don't tease me like that. Are we teasing? Is Link giving her the eyes? I don't understand. Like, oh yeah? Where'd you get this? I saw Zanari has a whole stockpile of bottles here in the back. It's a tiny bottle made of crystal clear glass. It's so beautiful. I wish my soul could be that beautiful. Oh. Ow. Gosh, these games. So, like, between Ocarina of Time's, like, poetry, I've Good Blood made a Good Blood's video on Ocarina of Time. He mentioned something which I hadn't considered before, but like some of the reason why Ocarina of Time storytelling is so strange is because a lot of its dialogue during its mainline narrative is written like poetry. A lot of it's very poetic. It's very much like in your feelings. A lot of it's up to interpretation, which is why people don't tend to focus on or think about Ocarina of Time's story specifically too much. So, but between like Ocarina of Time's poetic dialogue, Majora's Mask's like heavy, really heavy story beats and side story beats about, and how Majora's Mask like tackled and grappled with death, and dying and grief, and then this game's sort of like, it's goofy, it's silly, it's fun, it's having a good time. It has a tone that matches its cartoony aesthetic, but then it still will turn around and hit you with just a simple, quick line. Whether it's somebody looking up at the moon and being bitter and then admitting to themselves it's because their best friend got together with a girl they liked, or whether it's Ganondorf calling a stranger Zelda in like a manic craze, whether it's somebody looking at an ancient spirit looking at a little girl and saying you were made for something, you were made for a specific purpose, or something simple like this, which is a quick line where she says, yeah, I looked at the beautiful, I have such like nice clear glass, It was really beautiful. I wish my soul could be that beautiful. You know, just like it has like that childlike introspection to it, or like meeting like the Great Fairy, and how the Great Fairy was like presented as like this childlike being who's just playing with dolls, and like revealing the entire existence of fairies as just some greater being who's basically a kid making stuff, making cool pretty things to play with. And those are what the Great Fairies are, basically, you know? Great Fairies are the most magical beings, most powerful beings in the Zelda, across all these Zelda games consistently. And their existence is tied to a literal child's, like, wonder and imagination. That's why they exist. Yeah, I don't know. These games are very good at just like throwing a quick line at you here and there that sort of hits you different. No, what am I saying? When you live in poverty, you can say the cheesiest things without blinking an eye. So, I guess I should go soon. My father will start worrying. Goodbye, little ally of justice. And good luck to you. Bye. Thanks for tonight. Link's like, oh, Link, time and time again, he's wooing all the ladies. Now, granted, in this game, yeah, all the ladies are kids like him, so the wooing is definitely a little bit easier, I would say, because kids get crushes all the freaking time, right? Well, now that we've done that, what a delightful little thing that is. I forgot about the level of introspection that came from Mila. Her name is Mila, right? I think it's Mila. Anywho, it'll be about time to leave here and then do that trading sequence. And then we're gonna have a bunch of other stuff to do. What does she have to say now? Oh, hi, we meet again. What? Of course, honestly, I'm working. How dare you suggest that? Wait, what did Link say? Hi, we meet again. What? Of course, honestly, I'm oh, Link was probably like, are you still working here to try to get some stuff? I'm done with all that sneaking around in the dark. In fact, I headed off to a faraway island to work in the evenings now, so I won't be seeing you at night anymore. Oh. Alright. Well, alright. Now, you're keeping me from doing my job, so can you please step aside? Well, that's very nice. Shipment has indeed arrived. A shipment of new products. Thanks to you signing agreements with merchants from me, my product line has increased dramatically. Dear me, yes. Oh, you don't have anything to say about any? I mean, I don't wanna rat her out. Although I did tell her dad I would. Yeah, I forgot that she, I always remembered her giving you a very half-hearted, like, okay, fine, I guess I'll stop trying to steal from my employer. Hey, when you need stuff, and you need to support yourself, you get that, you know, you just gotta do things. Oh, I forgot this isn't where I'd go for that. What is this? Oh, wait, cause we, we delivered Maggie. We delivered Maggie's letter. Honestly, you just don't understand, do you? Open up your ears. Silence, I'm telling you, we don't allow postmen here. Oh, the postman's trying to deliver Maggie's letter. And Maggie's letter is from a moblin, and that's why the dad doesn't allow postmen here. I forgot because when we walked in here earlier, he recognized our post bag and said, "If you're a postman, then you gotta leave." It didn't click in my brain like that was like weird. Like, why don't you want postmen in here? I just assumed he was racist now, because with money comes racism, and all the postmen are birdmen. So I'm just saying. It's there. The context is there. Don't be ridiculous. I went through great trials and tribulations to go all the way to the Forsaken Fortress and return Moe's letter. That's dedication. Postman. It's a thankless job. Silence. Then please be reasonable. Can you at least sign for the letter? Just acknowledge I was here. The postman's like, dude, I need you to sign off so I can tell my employers, I have proof to my employers that at least I tried. Oh. Birds screech. Foolish man, now you've made me angry. I can't even look at your face any longer. I fear I must go somewhere to cool my feathers. Well, what a wretched, unruly postman. I don't know anything about any Mr. Moe in any Forsaken Fortress, yet he always comes here bringing his letters. Does this Moe think I'll let him lay a hand on my one and only daughter, Maggie? I don't care whose letters they are. They'll never reach her on my watch. Yikes. Oh, I think I know what we gotta do. We gotta go, I think the postman says I gotta go somewhere to cool my feathers. He probably went to the, quote-unquote cafe? Because that's totally what it is? Huh? What a weirdo postman has already come today. He has already come here today. It's funny, I went in there to talk to, Mila's dad, but I totally forgot that... That was, Oh, really quick, I think this might be the postman that you can miss. One of them disappears forever, and I think it's because of this quest. Can't seem to get him to... Oh, it's you. I'm sorry you had to witness me fly off the handle like that over at Maggie's house. I'm most embarrassed. That man was just... Never mind. To tell you the truth, though, I came to deliver a letter addressed to Maggie from a moblin named Moe. But as you saw, the girl's stubborn father won't permit me to give it to her. What a stubborn, meddling old man, refusing to accept letters from a postman. Who's heard of such nonsense? I went to great trouble to go all the way to the Forsaken Fortress, and it was a most frightening ordeal, let me tell you. If I don't deliver this letter, then I am a failure I am a failure of the delivery trade. But I have other deliveries waiting to be made. I cannot mope here forever. Actually, though, I have an idea. That fool may not permit a postman on his premises, but surely he would allow you in the place, would he not? Could you deliver this letter to Maggie in my stead? What do you say? I'll do it. Actually, I'm busy. No, I'll do it. Honestly, you young man are a lifesaver. It truly never hurts to ask. Hey, you know what? He's not wrong. I shall leave this letter in your care. You got the Moblin's letter. The letter has a sort of stink to it. Oh, look, the little, the seal on it. It looks like an upside down heart, but it's also the freaking pig nose. That's, oh boy, Maggie, why? I'm counting on you to put this in Maggie's hands, and I thank you. I'm hoping I got this guy. Let me check. Oh, this guy's a Larry. Okay, no. You're safe on this guy. This guy doesn't disappear. Although I don't have a picture of him yet. I do need a picture of him. Okay. But which one of these guys disappears? Oh, Kogoli. But I have a picture of Kagoli, right? I do. Okay, yeah. Kagoli is missable. But according to my spreadsheet, I have a picture of Kagoli. I don't have a picture of Alari yet. Problem is, I'm having trouble getting a picture of him, even though he's standing right here in front of me. It's not giving me the okay. I have taken much worse pictures of people before. See, like, that one's good. But that's good. I don't understand. Okay, really quick, before we go deliver that letter to Maggie, do you really want a letter of your daughter stealing stuff? Because she's doing good now. Just recently, my missing daughter, Mila, has returned to me. I know. Oh. Nope, nothing to give. So you don't have to rat her out. I like that, because she sort of like came to her growth on her own. She seemed to really appreciate Link's presence, which was always nice, I guess. And then she's going to some faraway island to work on evenings now? Man, she's doing like double shifts, and her dad is sitting out here doing absolutely nothing. Kind of intense, kind of nuts. Okay, well, anyways, to go back and focus on what we were going to be doing. Maggie! Maggie, what have you done? I'm not a postman. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Criminy. And this guy has the worst character development. He has reverse character development. You know what I noticed though, in that scene? That constellation I was talking about. I don't know what that's all about. So that constellation must be alluding to something, although I, for the life of me, can't remember what. Oh, Mo, my dear, sweet, burly Mo. Oh, jeez. When, oh, when will you respond to me? Okay, hold on. I got you. Here you go. Mo the Moblin. Is that... Could it be? The letter from Mo that I saw in my dreams. Let me read this, or let me read it this instant. This is Mo. I like you, Maggie, so much that I want to eat you for dinner. Did you hear that? Those words, this means, I mean, it must mean, can it be? Is this his I don't. You know, normally I'd be like, you know what? Let you think what you want to think. But in this instance, letting you think what you want to think could very well mean letting you get eaten alive, which is not cool, I would say. It must be, at last, my feelings have been conveyed to Mo. At last, he understands how I feel. This is the happiest day of my life. From here on out, today will be the anniversary of true love for me and Mo. Oh, it completely slipped my mind. I must thank you for your role in this. I had no role in this. I am just the messenger. To commemorate my anniversary of true love, I give you this. Thanks. Oh, jeez, a laugh. Treasure it always. Sure thing. Oh, that Mo. I just adore Moe's messy handwriting. It's so dashing and wild and dangerous. But enough of writing. Tomorrow I travel to where Moe waits for me. No, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. What do you need, little urchin? Okay. Wow, you used to have the most long-winded speech out of anybody in the game, and now you just call me a little urchin. I have money. I have tons of money. I have more money than you probably even. Maybe. Probably not. Screw you. Anyways, with that, I think we're good. Let me see. Yep, that was everybody. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna head over to Dragon Roost. Well, I'm gonna play the Song of Passing twice, and then I'm gonna head over to Dragon Roost and see if Alari is gonna be there too, so we can get an actual picture of him. He's one of the people who fly away when you talk to him. So here's to hoping that he's not just locked in that cafe, because if it doesn't give me the okay, even though it's a clear picture of him from the side like anybody else in the game, I don't think it's gonna let it pass, which would be a little concerning. It would be a little bit concerning. Would not be super cool. So here's to hoping. Another thing we can and should do while we're here, though, is actually find Prince Kamali. Because we haven't seen him in a little bit. My dude, my man? My brother? From a bird mother? Oh. You can hear Medley playing a little tune. Oh, here he is. Here's Alari. Oh, I shouldn't have spoke to him. Little island over there. Why don't you give it a try? I'll go ahead and take a break myself. No, wait. No, Alari, come back. Alari, no. Crud. Oh, crud. Okay, hold on. Got him back. The dude, the legend himself. No. Hold on. Trick this out a little bit. Alari, how do I get a picture of you, man? Where do I have to be to get a picture of you from the front? Do I gotta be over there? Apparently, Prince Kamali is only... He's in his room at the very beginning of the game, and he doesn't show up again until after we do the last temple before the end of the game. Oh, forgot there's a thing. Oh well. Well, in the meantime... Hey Medley, how's it going? Medley, do we have a picture of you? I don't feel like we do have a picture of Medley. Let's see. We don't. We should totally get a picture of you, Medley. Oh, Link, you okay? You know, Prince Kamali's been asking me all about your adventures, Link. Prince Kamali was part of my adventures for a moment. I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Prince Kamali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own, without my guidance. Every conversation still ends up centered on you, though, Link. Watching Prince Kamali grows up fills me with pride, but it makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but just listen to me go on. How weird I must sound. I think... Well, this can't be weird to say now. I'm talking about... I think when I was a kid, I think I might have had a little crush on Medley. You know, you always have, like, media that you... things you watched or things that you played when you were a kid. and like you had crushes on like random characters and that kind of stuff. Although, granted, when you're a kid and you're watching like cartoons and playing games and stuff like that, they're always like a lot of animal characters. That makes you. And then people wonder how furries came to exist. It's like, well, do you see what you grow up with? You did this. You all did this to us. It's not me. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. But very specifically, I remember I always liked romantic subplots. Even, it didn't have to be good romantic subplots either, but just any chance or any hint at like romantic interest between characters in shows, like the main character and somebody else in a show, I was all over that. I was like, yeah, absolutely. The funny thing about that, though, was that growing up, until I went to school for like day one kindergarten, every time before that, I was like, I don't need people. I don't need romance. I don't like people. I don't like girls. I don't like any of that stuff. Screw that. I'm gonna be my own guy. I don't need nobody. I don't need no romance in my life. And then day one kindergarten, I saw just a girl. I don't know, maybe like the first girl who walked into class, and I leaned over to, like, who is now still one of my best friends. We've known each other literally decades at this point. It's crazy. But like I met him that same day. Because it's day one kindergarten. I walked up to him and said, hey, you want to be friends? And what he didn't know at the time was that meant forever. Sorry, buddy. Sorry about that. I locked you in day one. Oops, you met the wrong guy. But I don't know why I'm just thinking of all these random little anecdotes. But yeah, I'm sitting by him. I see this girl walk in. And it's like I don't know, like the first girl. I don't know. It's not the first girl I've ever seen, but like first girl who walked in that day, and I was immediately like, dude, she's cute. I think I like her. And you know what my new best friend does? He says, who? That one? That one right there? And I'm like, yeah, that one right there. He's like, oh, cool. I'm gonna tell her. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're gonna tell her? He walks up and goes and tells her, and she's like. Again, we're all like 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. So she doesn't know. I don't even understand the full extent of what I'm saying I'm feeling right in that moment. She gets told that somebody likes her. She's like 6. She's like, what? Okay, cool. I don't know what to do with that. That's weird. And that was the start. That was the beginning of the end. For a young lad named Dante, as my not even slow, quick descent into the madness of navigating feelings as you grow up. And of course, like everybody always says, and everybody always laments this, right? The fact that if I could understand myself and understand things the way I do now back then, growing up through like kindergarten through high school, things would have been so much better. My brain readjusted. I fully readjusted as like a human being when I got to college. I was way better. I was way more in tune with myself and my feelings and understanding others and understanding like what kind of person you should be to other people, regardless of your feelings. It kind of feels like too little, too late, but in college, I made some like really meaningful connections with people that were meaningful and genuine beyond the scope of like whether or not I had feelings for somebody. And that is cool, I think. I think as long as you get there eventually, you know? It took me a little while, almost. And I'll be open and honest about this, right? At somewhere down the line could have slipped into like incel territory. I think a lot of young guys, especially in this day and age, that's like totally a possibility, right? It's very easy. Just because you grow up, everybody's kind of awful. Everybody's super mean and awful. Growing up, everybody's super insensitive because everybody's dumb. Everybody's dumb, naive. They're children. Well, we're all children, and then nobody knows how to communicate to each other, right? And because of things like that, right? Which is like to know. not even to the fault of anyone really. It's just part of growing up, is that you're stupid the whole time. well, you're stupid while you grow up. All the people that you personally feel like you have everything together, you probably feel like you have everything together more so than other people, and because of that, you feel like the world's out to get you. And the more you feel like the world's out to get you, the more the easier it is to fall into like some really bad headspaces. And like, you know, incel territory is kind of one of them, where it's like, wait a minute, none of these girls like reciprocate feelings towards me. Well, that at some point that's got to be their fault, right? It's like, no. They're just people, like you are. You have your own brain that's experiencing one thing. They have their own brains, and their brains are experiencing a whole other thing, right? And I think I finally realized that, where it's like, I don't know why this conversation with Medley unlocked this, but I just remember really always latching on to like the relationship Link had in this game, like had with like Medley and some of these other side characters, even like the quest we just did with Mila, I think it's Mila, the girl in Windfall, right? It was like this, like a cute little interaction, stuff like that. I used to latch on to those sorts of things when I was a kid, but the thing is, everything I was watching was, oh, the guy who's down in his luck, or the main hero, the guy who's struggling against all odds, he will always, eventually end up with the person that he likes, right? But that's not because that's how things would go or should go. That's because that's the way the writers wrote it, right? When in reality, what I needed to see was what I should have seen more of, what should have been written more about, is when you like somebody and they simply don't like you back, and they never will. Period. End of story. You gotta, like, that's something that you have to acknowledge, right? Is that there is a point in time, there is going to be a point in your life where you will like somebody with your whole heart, and they are never going to reciprocate feelings for you. But you know what they might? You know what kind of feelings they might have for you? Ones of friendship. They might be loyal to you as a friend. They might love you as a friend. They might think of you like family. You might be a very important person to them, but that doesn't mean they like you. I wish I had seen more media display that, and display a healthy way to react to that, because I had a very unhealthy way of reacting to stuff. I would feel very attached to people in a crush sort of way. In some ways, I for sure know, I can say now with certainty that I did fall in love with a couple people. Love in the way you do when you're young, right? But what I always failed to see, what I always failed to consider, because it's hard to consider these things when you're young, because you're so wrapped up in your own feelings, was how the other person felt, or how the other person saw me, or what the other person wanted from me, what kind of relationship the other person wanted from me, right? And that's super important. You have to be able to examine that, because because if you truly like somebody, if you truly care about them, if you truly love them, then you want them to be happy. Being with you in a romantic way is not always going to be the thing that makes somebody happy. Sometimes people need a friend. So this is sort of to all the girls I loved before, I'm sorry. That's what I would say is, I'm sorry that I wasn't a better friend. Because a lot of them, there's a lot of cases where I feel bad and I regret things because, I wish I was a better friend. I didn't realize how to do that until college, about like how to separate all those personal feelings and just be what people need, which is a friend, a good friend. You should always try to be a good friend. Always try to be a good person before you are a good partner or romantic interest or boyfriend or girlfriend or anything, right? That's what I wish I had figured out. It's not easy, you know. It's like, it's not like I don't blame myself anymore. I used to get pretty down in the dumps about when I came to all these realizations and stuff like that. I'd get pretty down in the dumps thinking back on, but it's not good to regret things because, you know, how would I have known? It's easier to acknowledge things, acknowledge ways you could have done things better after the fact. But at the same time, admitting fault is difficult. Admitting fault at all at any point in time is difficult. So if you can do that, if you can acknowledge where you've done wrong, then you're off to a good start. You know, then you're gonna do well. You have to be able to acknowledge your shortcomings. My shortcomings was that I should have been a better friend. And so that's something that I try to make up for every single day in everybody that I know now, you know? Anyways, so we're playing... anyways, sorry. So we're playing The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. So let's get back to that, I guess. Well, I better continue practicing so that I can be useful around here, too. Why do you need to practice? Oh, maybe she needs to play for Valoo. Oh, right, because the ceremony every time. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. This instrument is called one of Fate's tools. Oh. It's kind of like the face on it. Prince Kamali's grandmother saw me carrying it one day and called out to me to stop. She'd seen my fate in the curves of the instrument, you see. Oh. She eventually became my teacher, and that's how I became the attendant you see before you today. So now you understand why I need to hurry and improve my skills so that I may help the Aerie. What, did she tell you what fate she saw for you? That's a good picture. It's always weird to, when you're like a grown man, to go back and play things and see characters that you used to have a crush on, because obviously it's kind of the thing about media, right? Is that like nobody ever ages. Like nobody else is aging. You get older, but everybody else stays the same. So it's always kind of weird to see everything sort of stay the same after so long. You know, I might have to drink some soup. I might have to drink some soup to get some magic power back. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Oh, never mind. I'll never do it. Keeping grandma soup forever. Because I need to take a picture of this guy from the front. And I cannot for the life of me do that. In this, do that like this. So I think I need to land over there. You know what? Can I do some sniping? Whoa. Dang, that guy freaking died. You make my life difficult, Aloy. You know that? Okay. This should be fine. As long as you're positioned above something, you should typically have enough space to... Ugh. What is this? Oh, there's another thing over there. Weird. Okay, now I might not be able to get away from not having, from not drinking the soup. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know what this is, though. Strange. Bless you 9 times zoom. I don't remember the camera always being able to zoom in this far. Boom. Okay, thank goodness. What do I want to know, though? What is this constellation? Because, like, there's also this image about it. Very strange. I don't know. I know there was some interesting things where there was this really archaic puzzle in Phantom Hourglass where you had to, this really archaic puzzle in Phantom Hourglass where so your sea charts would always be on the bottom screen, and like sea charts that you opened up would be on the bottom screen, and then you could have a different sea chart up on the top screen, or you could draw things on the bottom screen or something like that. And I remember there was this really archaic puzzle that threw me for a loop. The solution is actually pretty cool, because the nice thing, because the bad thing, right, about oh, there's no way, right? Oh, there's no way I hit this guy, right? Oh, I figured it out eventually. Was it gonna tell me to go there? Ooh, almost overshot it. How am I? What? What is the attack radius on this thing? It must be telling me to go in there, right? Yeah, totally. What was I saying? What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, the Phantom Hourglass puzzle. Not bad. Oh. Not bad. Could always use some moolah. Oh wait, the rock in the wall. No freaking way. We took each other out on that one, jeez. Yeah, so what you had to do was you had to open... You had like an incomplete chart on the bottom, or a chart that you had to examine for whatever reason on the bottom, and then a chart that you were examining for whatever reason on the top. And what you had to do is you had to close the DS so that you would be overlaying the charts on top of one another. And then when you close the DS, even though normally that would put the DS to sleep and put your game to sleep, it would do the da-da-da-da, like chime, like you solved a puzzle. And then when you opened it back up, like one of the details that was on the top chart had like merged with the bottom chart. It's a really cool puzzle, but honestly, oh, you can hear Medley from down here. Regardless of how cool that puzzle was, it was so archaic. Just like all the puzzles in that game was that level of archaic that it made it really hard. Like, playing that game was pretty freaking difficult because I was like a kid and like they had you doing some weird things. Oh my gosh, when you end up on the island where you're trying to, it's basically like it's you're basically suddenly like in a The Thing scenario where you're trying to find which villager on this island with all these people who live in igloos. You're trying to find out which villager is a monster, is like a terrible monster. And it's legitimately kind of scary, but like you have to talk to everybody, you have to consider all the information they had. Maybe if I played it now, I'd be fine, right? But at the time, it was, it kind of threw me for a bit of a loop, you know? That game, I was constantly battling to like figure things out in that game. Game took me so long. I'm gonna drop off these pictures, because we have so many. I'm gonna check the Dragon Boost ones to make sure that we're only missing the ones we should, which would be like Kamali and like one other person who we don't know yet. And then we're gonna do the trade quest. So I will see you then. I overshot it. Oopsies. My screen was freaking the heck out for a second. Holy crud. Okay, now we are... This is the 5th part that I have 5 videos for this one part that I'm gonna have to, like, stitch together to make at all cohesive. Oh, you know what? While we're here, you know what we do need? I need me a picture of Beetle. I also need a picture of the, no, I don't need to. Link only needs to take a picture of him. There we go. Nice. I was about to say, I'm like, can I take a picture of him? He seems to only want to take a look at my camera. My really valuable color, like, picture box. Temples where the sages await cannot be entered easily at times like this. Oh, at times such as this, when one would be wise to gather information from those who live in the seas nearby. You mean the fishmen? No, I already know. So now that we have the fire and the ice arrows, I didn't actually mention this. I'm going to be teleporting over to... I'm going to be teleporting over to Great Fish, because that's where the trading sequence starts. We're finally doing the trading sequence, I know. There we go. Now that we have the fire and the ice arrows, we can proceed on to the dungeons, but there's a lot of side stuff, as per usual. We just finished a big story segment, so there's a lot of side stuff to do. So there is... Well, now that we have the fire and the ice arrows, the ice island, the frozen island, and the lava island that we saw, the volcano island, we can access both of those, and I might just access both of those right off the cuff. So the wind and earth temples, which are the 2 temples that we need to access in order to restore power to the Master Sword. They are both... I forgot how gnarly looking the freaking Master Sword is compared to the other sword we had. You can do them in whichever order you want. I'm gonna do them in the order that makes sense according to how we did the order of which we did the other dungeons. You'll see what I mean by that when we get there, but for now. It's called the Shop Guru statue. It's said to be a statue of the most incredible men, a man who has long reigned at the peak of the business world. But why would you have it? I've heard there are traveling merchants on the Mother and Child Islands and Bomb Island. I wonder if either of those guys might have it. If someone would just trade that most excellent item to me, I would offer them a heart-filling reward. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You're not clever. You're not smart, Nintendo. Also, Nintendo, what'd you do to Smash? Smash World Tour. Why did you do that? Everybody who's super loves your game, and you dump all over them every single time. And people are gonna sit here like, well, I mean, it's their video games. Like, yeah, and we are the people who bought it and pay them to make more games. So like, can you not treat us like absolute garbage every single time you get a chance? So this is the guy who gave us the exotic flower. I'm sorry, the sea flower, which is this blue one that we have equipped right now. Oddly enough, you immediately give this back to him. I don't understand why. He has his own, like, triple trading sequence right here, but oh well. A sea flower, is it not? In that case, would you be interested in trading for this exotic flower? Sure. Most worthy, then my fee will be... I'll give you a deal on this. Okay, I don't understand. It's not much of a trade if I also have to pay you. I don't get why I have to give you money as well, but okay. Nice. Tropical regions of the south. Must be further south than we've gone, because haven't seen many tropical trees here. Which is funny, because this is a game about sailing across the ocean, going to different islands and stuff. You find a place to put it in my bag. Trading your goods, we have formed a merchant's oath. As such, from now on, I shall honor a merchant's oath by sending shipments of my product to Windfall Island Shop. How, you ask? Why, my good pal the postman will take it there for me. So it will likely get there before you do. Just head back to Windfall and see for yourself. Thanks again. Okay, now we need to... Which guy are we going to now? We need to give the exotic flower to the Bomb Island merchant for the Sickle Moon flag. For the Sickle Moon flag. Okay. This is going to be... I'm probably going to be cutting around because there's... I mean, this is what we're doing. We're going to be jumping all over the place. I think I gotta go around here. You know what we can check out real fast? We can check and see how our statues are turning out. Not too bad, not too bad. Only 2 more, then we can get a picture of a guy who is very easy to miss, but not needed to be considered 100% technically. But I want to get him, because is it really 100% if you don't get everybody? So I actually went to the wrong place. Bomb Island is 1 square above here. And again, we're going to be trading this flower to get one thing from him. And then we're going to be immediately trading the thing he just gave us to him again in order to get our other item. So, it's kind of wild, I don't know. I really love the way this guy looks. He reminds me of the one... There's a dude who wears his hat like this in Fat Albert cartoons. I'm pretty sure. Fat Albert's not something I thought of in a long time. Sorry, wrong thing. There you go. Why, that's an exotic flower, isn't it? Okay, so would you be interested in trading for a Sickle Moon flag? Oh, this thing looks sick. Sure. 40 rupees. It's a good thing I got a lot of money. Okay. Thank you, thank you. And then, here, what would you give me if I gave this back to you? You're gonna make me pay more money, too. Even though I'm literally just giving this back to you. Fountain Idol. Oh. I don't think I've ever done this quest completely, so I haven't actually seen all the things. Oh, that's how that one girl on Outside Island is trying to be. Being able to carry pots on her head. Which, I mean, you know, don't let anybody tell you that your personal goals and aspirations aren't big enough. You're not shooting for the stars or whatever. If you're content being really good at carrying pots on your head, go for it. Strange statue of a girl carrying water. I don't think it's strange. I mean, maybe as a decorative piece, it's kind of strange, but you know, who's to say? You know, sometimes I feel random thought. Wait, where do we need to go now? First off, we need to go to Mother Child Island. Okay, which is on this square. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I've. Oh no, I can't teleport in, or else we got... Oh, I forgot you can't teleport to Mother Child Island, because then you teleport inside of it, which is not what we want to do. Oh man, I love how different this forest looks compared to the other ones in the game. The vibe is completely different. I was gonna say, sometimes I feel like the way I've adapted my speech, the words I use, and the way I use them to try, like, it makes me feel like sometimes like I'm trying to sound smart, but I'm not. But it's not. But like that's all it is. It's just like trying to sound smart by talking in a certain way. But I don't. It's not intentional. I'm not like conscious of it. But sometimes I sort of worry about like, what if I've subconsciously done that? You know, adapted my speech to make myself sound smarter than I really am. But then I form some really, how you'd say, big dumb sentences, I would say. some sentences that are just really just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, you can actually see the lighthouse. Ow. You can see the lighthouse all the way from here. Which I guess is the point of a lighthouse, all things considered. That's cool. Yeah, but no, sort of like how it's like you're told that like, oh, this is what smart looks and sounds like, and then like without even and there's kind of like you never know, like there's a lot of ways you might act or might go about your business that has been influenced by how people say this. By how people say that comes across. I mean, like every day, everybody, your whole life, you're being influenced by outside forces. You know, to be a certain way, to act a certain way, to carry yourself a certain way. You just gotta make sure that somewhere in there is still you, though. You gotta make sure you're not. If you're actively trying to be a certain way, that's different, you know? Fountain idol, yeah. Big sail flag. Sure, interesting. Got a cheap deal for you. I mean, it's 5 rupees less than the last deal. I guess that's cheaper. Wouldn't call it a cheap deal, maybe. Okay. So we have a big sail flag, and then we need to take the big sail flag over to Great Fish. Well, he's gonna give us a flag, and then we need to trade that flag immediately back to him. I guess ultimately, what you should, I think ultimately what you ought to do, what everybody ought to do, is just not worry about it, you know? Be yourself, act natural, unless you are naturally like, putting others into stress, you know, or bothering other people, or things like, bothering other people in like, by like being rude or being mean or like doing awful things to other people. That's different, right? But like otherwise, as long as you're not harming other people, you know, it's sort of like just be yourself. Just do yourself. Carry yourself how you will, how you naturally do. Don't worry about it. Don't put too much thought into it. Don't put any thought into it. Just exist, you know? No, whoops. Yeah, I know what you want. Men only want one thing, and it's freaking disgusting. Take your big sail flag. Hero's flag, don't mind if I do. Man, if you didn't have a guide for this, though, I don't know. I mean, you'd be hopping around trying to... you'd have to check every single guide to try to get a new thing. I'm gonna spend like 1,000 rupees by the time I'm done. Hero's flag. Very cool, very cool. And then we immediately trade this back. A hero's flag. I've never seen such an item. Postman statue. Oh, that's cool. Kind of goes with the style of Dragon Boo style. A little totem pole. That's cool. Yeah. 100 rupees. Wow. Jeez. Okay. So now we need to take Postman statue to the Mother and Child Islands to get the shop guru, and then we need to go back to Great Fish. Wow, so it seems like we don't go to the Bomb Island merchant very often, if at all. Laborers the world over. Oh, it said a statue representing the laborers the world over? Yeah, the postmen are MVPs in this game. This game makes postmen look like they're freaking Secret Service. They're all over the place. They have all the information. They have all the they have the means to get wherever they need to go whenever they need to. Okay, now we need to go to Mother Child. So oh, we could have probably just sailed there from where we are right now. We're actually not that far away. Yeah, well. Oh, there's that constellation again. They're very prominent in the sky. I don't know. I know it's important. I just can't rightfully remember. I don't know if it represents a series of islands or like certain islands on one. Oh, you know what it represents? I think it represents the 7. There's like a series. There's an island here that is just a series of like stalagmites sticking out of the ground. Which one is it again? 7-Star Island? No, not exactly. Doesn't exactly look like it. Oh, you can actually see the trees poking out of the top. That's cool. Here you go, dude. Postman statue. Trading for a shop guru statue. I don't know. Why does it already look like Zenari, though? I mean, sure, I'll take it, but 200? It's a deal, but yikes. That squares us. This little statue is the apple of every businessman's eye. Every businessman's? But why? Imagine replacing putting it in every single pot on. Look at the symbol of it. Throw it away. Whoa, keep it. No, I didn't know you could throw these away on command. That's disturbing. Oh, and then we give this to Great Fish Isle Merchant for a piece of heart. And then we go back to Zenari for another thing. Alrighty, okay. Hold your horses. I'm not gonna... I'm just gonna sail there. I'll see you there in a moment. And here we are. Here you go, dude. Best salesman there is. Is that... It couldn't be. The shop guru statue. Such a divine figure. Surely this is none other than the legendary individual who reigns at the peak of the business world. Okay, but he doesn't yet. Me completing this side quest makes him reign at the top of the business world. So is it, like, is this like a Jormungandr situation where it's like Jormungandr exists in the past, makes it to the present, gets blasted back to the past so he can exist in the past? I don't understand. This is my thanks to you for fulfilling my dream. It's a heart-filled reward brimming with gratitude. Alright, hold out your hands. Piece of heart. Only need 2 more. Aye, but I have received a worthy item. Tonight I will hold this close to my bosom as I sleep. I can't wait. Oh, I just straight up gave it to you? It didn't even give me a prompt. Or whether I wanted to give it to you or not. Well, I mean, I can use a heart container more than I could use a statue, and you could use the statue more than you can use a heart container, so... I guess all's fair. Okay, now with that, we head back to Zenari. I'll see you there in a sec. Whoa! My dude, my man. Oh, she's like walking around. Oh, we meet again. Well, of course, honestly, I'm working. Oh, just same thing? That's good. No, good for you. You can actually buy... Zenali, why are they statues of you? And why is that one spinning? The other ones aren't spinning. Oh, that's nice. A little detail. The flowers actually have a little bit of shake to the wind. That's a nice detail. Yes, yes, young master, look. Already, my shop has a wide variety of products to choose from. It's a cornucopia. Thanks to you, young master, every morning the postman comes with packages from the traveling salesman you traded with. At last, my humble stall has the full appearance of a full-fledged store. My dear, your unflagging dedication has strengthened my determination to live my life for the success of my business. Master, you are the savior of my stall. I must thank you from the very bottom of my heart. This is the most prized possession, next to my hoodie, of course. My hoodie coat, of course. It is none other than the Zenari family treasure. Please accept it. And for that, oh, it actually looks like... That's actually great. That's actually super cool. It looks like, it looks like the spells that you would get in Ocarina of Time. The little diamond-shaped spells with a little, like, magic power inside. Except it looks a little bit more on the techno side of things on the inside. The patterns and stuff. You've got the magic armor. Use your rupees to create a barrier around you that protects you from enemy attacks. You won't expend rupees unless you take damage from an enemy or other hazard. This is the heirloom I brought with me when I moved here from my hometown. Well, excluding the lovely sail you purchased from me earlier, of course. It is a magical heirloom, one that calls up a mysterious power to protect your body from harm. Of course, you can use it even when you are sailing the open seas, my dear. Please look. Use this to protect yourself. As you seek out more merchants, I beg of you. And please, be on the constant lookout for new and exciting products. Not that I have anything left to reward you with, if you find any. Well, that's fair. Yeah, so we straight up have magic armor now. You turn it on, Link... Oh! Okay, I guess it's also a get determined button. Makes a lovely little noise. And it, sticks to you just fine. But yeah, basically what happens is it turns your rupees into a life pool. Like another life pool. And depending on how hard you get hit, that's how many rupees you lose. Not something that we'd want to use at the moment, because we're gonna really need all the rupees we can get. But I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's cool that they brought like a magic spell back again. Because there was a Ocarina of Time at the very end, you get the magic shield. So it's pretty neat, pretty awesome. Okay, well. And with that, we're all done there. Well, actually, with that, we're kind of done for this episode. That's everything I wanted to get done now. I say that as if it was a small amount of things. It was a lot of things to get done now. But there's going to be even more things to do and to get in the next episode. So, I will see you guys next time. If you liked this, you can leave a comment. You can leave Well, no, you only leave a comment. You can press a thumbs up or thumbs down. You can subscribe if you want to see more things. Hit the bell to get notified, to make sure you get notified of more things in the future. I post just about anything on here that I feel like. Not every episode is gonna be as I can't promise that every episode will be as introspective as this one was. Jumped around to a lot of different topics. I guess it's just the nature of the game, right? A little bit of nostalgia goes a long way to opening your mind up to things you hadn't thought about in a while. So, yeah, until then, be kind and don't be afraid to change your mind.